And in your previous talk, the advice is given to the children. The tone of the parents. It shouldn't be commanding and it shouldn't be pampering as well. It should suit the situation, like you mentioned now. So, how can parents mold that? And there is also a transformation period where the age of the children does matter a lot. The To instill a habit and to make the transformation. So how
Yes.
can they give advices? And at the same time, there are some other parents who satisfy all the needs of the kids without a proper need. Regardless of the requirement, they satisfy. Therefore, this pursued the child to be impulsive. They will have lack of patience, and the suicidal rate increases. So, what is ma'am's call on this?
Okay. Now, uh, a simple example I'll tell you so that the viewers who are watching us should understand what we are trying to talk. I will not use any technical language. I will just use the language where the parents can understand, they can see, and they can understand what we are trying to tell. Now, as you said, the language what we speak, the command what we speak. Okay, actual practically speaking, my son has done something wrong.
Yes.
Okay. For example, let us take my son has been watching mobile for a long time. I
Yeah.
told him, come have breakfast. Come, I'm telling about myself. Come have breakfast. Come have breakfast. Come have. Since when? 9 o'clock. And then now it is 9:30. In this 9:30, I think some 10 times I have told. Now it is 9:35, and this is the 11th time. What will be my tone,
Obviously, it will be agitating.
right? So the first and foremost thing, the tolerance level in a child has gone too high. The patience level in the child, in the parent, has come down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, the
That is
tolerance
happened
level,
since
because
already
the
time.
parents keep telling, they tolerate the sense to here. The
Yeah,
parents keep it, the patience is coming down. So for this, for you to balance, when you're telling the first time,
yes, yeah,
you should know your tone, the
yeah,
tone what you talk.
yeah,
Okay, you have to see, when there is a demand, there is a supply.
yes,
When there is a demand, there definitely a thing should be there. When there is no supply, there is no demand.
yes,
When there is a demand and when there is a no supply, that is where you have to balance it. Supply is there, demand is not there. Okay, supply is there, your demand is not being fulfilled. This is where our tone should be. Okay, now I have to say, for example, Muzammil,
uh,
can we have breakfast together?
uh,
That's it.
yeah,
Second time, don't tell. Third time, don't tell. Fourth time, don't tell. Don't tell. Keep the breakfast locked. No breakfast. Okay. When he comes for breakfast, next day you have to have that. Okay. This is where you are. In case you want to have breakfast, this is the time. Punctuality. Today, what has happened? When there is no punctuality, obedience is not there. Obedience is not there. Follow up is not there. Follow up is not there. Patience is gone. Patience is gone. Observation is gone. So each thing, it is connected to one another. If it is not correlated, then patience is not there, no problem. Tolerance is gone. Tolerance is not. Punctuality is there. If one thing is there, one thing will not happen. So you have to. It is not. See, the child, you get angry when, after you are losing your temper, after you
patience.
are losing your thing. So it depends on each situation how it is, what it is. For example, the child has scored less in his or her exam. Is it that you came to know after seeing the marks?
So, with his performance at the home,
Huh? Why are you getting angry all of a sudden when he is coming with low marks? What were you doing for the entire 3 months? You know that he was not studying. Should I have the marks to say that my son has not been studying? No. I know before the teacher gives me, it is very easy for me. He didn't study, he was in the mobile, he didn't sleep, he didn't eat, he didn't go here, he didn't go there, he was inside the room, he was with his friend. So many things. The end result, we parents get angry with the end results.
Yes, yes.
So my advice to the parents, don't get angry, lose your temper, lose your patience to the end result. When it is the beginning, see that it is getting balanced. End result is this. You can't move, you can't repair, you can't change. End result is result. Now here I am going, here, slow, stop, pull back. So before the end result comes, what happens? My brain blows. When my brain blows, my BP is getting high. When my BP is getting high,
Yes, exactly. And the
my
pressure
voice
builds
comes
up.
out. So
Yes.
it is a process. Anger, words, everything is not, okay, I will talk very nicely to Sarah. Hi, Sarah, how are you? I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do for you, just sweet talks I can do. When Sarah is my daughter, no, 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 no. Sarah, don't sit like that. Sarah, don't do that. Sarah, do this. Sarah, do that. Sarah, don't. Sarah, do. You also get irritated.
Irritated.
So
Yes.
that is how it has been built. What is your tone? Before your tone, you have to understand what situation, where the child is, whether the child is really hurt outside and then the child has come for your help. When the child came for your help, you did not see the child's pain, but you started your BP high. So
I
that is
think
how it is.
creating,
It is for the parent to understand the child and then talk.
yeah, I think creating a friendly link is more
Yes.
important. Yeah. And also, ma'am, about the suicidal tendencies and the lack of patience and impulsiveness. Because like I mentioned before, some parents will just satisfy the needs like without a requirement action. So that does have a negative impact and it will become problematic.
Yes. I think you have raised $1 million question, I should say. See, what we usually do, since I am not available at home, I tell my daughter or my son, I'm coming back at 9 o'clock. Till that, you watch the TV. We'll start with the TVs. Okay? I'm bored of seeing the TVs. Then again, I know over a period of 6 months or 10 months, again I'm not able to give. Why was the TV? What was the role of a TV? Replacement of
To
my time.
yes, yes,
Replacement of my time. So now the replacement of time for any parent, any mother, father, brother, sister,
it's more.
husband, wife.
Yeah,
This is what it is. So
yes,
you have to know when your child has to use this, at least until the child is 20 years. After 20, they know, they can understand this. How, whom is it replacing? The mother, the father, the brother, the sister, the studies, the tuition teacher, anybody, the wife, the husband, the mother-in-law, the thing. It goes on. This is a very important role which is playing. Who is supplying this? Who is demanding
parents.
this? I may demand. I
Yes,
may demand.
yes,
In 2018, I had taken up many mobile phones and broken into pieces.
yeah,
And the parents stood still and they agreed whatever I did was right. And they didn't mind that the 50,000 mobile was gone. Today, they all have passed in flying colors with their professional courses and with their PGs and with their graduation. Why? Because this one piece was broken when they were 14 years, when they were 15 years. If the parent wouldn't have supported me, I wouldn't have become successful. Maybe out
but
of the 49 students whom I had in 2018, um, I think some 43 are successful. The other five I have no contact.
okay, okay, but
So that
ma'am,
is what it is.
yeah, but ma'am, a mobile phone, there are advantages and disadvantages at the same time. So, like in the modern system, to avoid mobile phone is inevitable. So that is one factor that we can listen. Even now, we are conducting the online meeting. So I think more than avoiding it, I think we should have the balance and learn the to balance it, right, ma'am?
Yes. See, what the parent has to understand is don't tell don't tell the child because I am not there, you are eligible for this. Don't tell him this. Don't tell her that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now, Sara is having a phone. Ruksana is having a phone. What do we do with the phone?
There is
Okay,
no.
what do we do
Yeah.
with the phone? Sara also should know, and Ruksana also should know what do we do with the phone. But here, what happens? The child who's using the phone and the parent who's giving the phone, both of them don't know what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. We are not talking about the children, about the teenagers, about the adults, about the adolescents who are using this phone and having mishap in their life. We are not talking about them. But here, what has happened? The mobile is there, the internet is there, the connection is there, the recharge is there, everything. The mobile just doesn't work like that. There are so many other elements what I need for this. When I am giving as a parent, when I am giving these this small box,
Device.
the
Yes.
small box, the small world, I
Yes.
should know in which part of that world that my child can go, and how is it that I'm accessible. Even
Yes.
WhatsApp has a lock, even Snapchat has a lock, even Instagram has a lock, even the screen has a lock, everything has a lock. How is it? How are you accessible? How are you there? What is the privacy you have to give to your child? So you should understand where the child is going along with this. The child, you are thinking the child is at home. No, the child has already reached London. The child has reached already a pornography site. The child knows what to do. Most of the teenagers today are into pornography. How? Only with this. But for you, the child is at home. But
Yeah.
for me, the child is not at home.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
is not your physical appearance. When you have this, please don't calculate the child in the physical appearance. The physical appearance will be seen by the parent who is there 24 bar 7 with the child only after a period of 6 months to 12 months.
Yeah.
But when somebody comes and tells me, since 3 days, this boy has been using 7 hours in a day,
Yeah.
I will tell where the child has gone. Physical appearance is not important today, but your mental appearance has become. See, I have seen something inside the room. Suddenly, I come and I become blank because that has been preoccupied, and I'm blank. Consciously, I'm blank. That is the subconscious act which is happening. And what is happening all the time when I'm there? I'm just within. I'm smiling. I'm crying. All my actions, all my emotions are there within. Only with this one-way communication equipment. This is a one way. Previously, we used to say it is a joint family. Two ways it was.
Yes.
So that is the difference, in a nuclear family and in a joint family. Again, when it comes, this has become a joint family for them.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is where we have to understand.
Yes, a link should be there that the children will come and confess with to the parents, even though they make
Yes,
mistakes. Yeah. Oh,
and please don't tell, don't do that, don't see this, don't do whatever they are seeing. Please see with them, talk to them in a matured way so that they will also know, yes, this is good. Yeah, I spoke with my mom. What is the big deal? Yeah, I spoke with my elder brother. What is the big deal?
yes.
Pornography, yeah, that everybody sees. Not a big deal. But we should know why we should see and why we shouldn't see. How we should see, where we should see, with whom we should see. If you stop, they are not stopping. Only it is the conscious thing what they are trying to do. Subconsciously, they are doing something else. Understand their subconscious level. That's more important.
Also, ma'am, you were mentioning about the television. And previously, I have heard that ma'am saying that we should treat children like television and we shouldn't blame the society or the school or the community or the environment or the child itself. So, can you elaborate on that concept?
Yeah. I'll always say, your child is your television. What do you do with the television? Now, whatever I tell with the television, you replace with your child. Television. The first thing is I'll try to find the best of best television available in the market. I'll bring it. I'll just hang it. Is it working? No. Right? So for that working, what should I should have a connection, the power connection. I have given the power also. Is it working? No. So what should I do? I should know what I have to do. Is it the cable? Is it the other networking? Is it internet TV? Is it what exactly? So I should again give that. So is it working with that? No. I have to pay them. Once I pay, then if it is the internet thing, I have to recharge the internet. I have to have a Wi-Fi connection. The same way, your child, you have given birth. Okay, this is your child, and you have given birth to this child. But if these lights have to come, if these lights have to glow, there are many other formalities what you have to do. It is the same thing. If this is your child, whatever you are trying to do, and then you'll tell, okay, this is what I'm trying to do with my child, and this is what it is I want. Okay, immediately then you'll come on the television. When you're
Yes.
on the television, there are some 300 channels, and there are some 150 languages where you can see when you're. So what you do, you select what you want to see, you select the language what you want to see, you select the hero whom you want to see, you select the stories what you want to see, you select the hero, you select so many things. In the same way, select for the child, with whom the child will be, what the child will be, what the child will be having, which school, which friends, which society the child, you see all this thing. Then the moment you start that particular serial, you will watch every single character, you will watch every single color, right?
Yes.
So in the same way, you watch every minute, every step. Today the child may be very happy, tomorrow the child is not happy. Why he is not happy? That is the second episode. The first episode you're seeing, you see how, precise. Even if somebody, wait, there is a scene, I will finish it. You have to be so observant with the child. So the moment you put off the TV, you'll again see whether the power is off, whether the thing. When the child is sleeping, see where the child is sleeping, see whether his complete power is off, so that there should not be a glowing light or the power light on. Okay, then what you do, you'll cover up the TV and nicely you'll go and sleep. That is how you have to even do with the child. When you leave the child alone, see that there is no power on, see that there is no light glowing, see that the internet connection is not there, see that that serial is not coming in your absence. You should also see that. That is the reason I said, because if I say TV and a child, very soon it gets connected, because a TV has so many things. The same thing, it is the thing what you have to see with the child. Not that today it is coming all, all parties and parties. No, tomorrow there'll be a scene where there'll be beatings and torturings, humiliations, and other things. Again, next day serial, you'll see something else. So it is the same thing even with your child. Every day the episode change. It is how the child is, with whom the child was. Most of the time, you have to be very careful with a male child or a female child.
Both
Why
of them
was
are
the
equal.
mood swing? Why was the mood swing of the child suddenly changed from a very talkative child to a very silent child? That is where the mental abuse, the verbal abuse, the sexual abuse, the physical abuse. And the worst is the sexual abuse. You will understand only by observing, only on the TV. As soon as your child comes on the TV, that is on your eyes.
At any age, like from even as a toddler, they will have their own challenges, like their own problems. So from that time, I think parents have to observe.
For me, if you tell much before that, a newborn child always have a past history of 9 months in
Okay.
your home.
Okay.
So that plays a major role. What you eat, what is your thought, what did you see, what is your mood swing, with whom you were, all this will embed as the child is born. Every
Okay.
time we also had one such case where, for every second thing, the child was actually very smart. For every second thing, the child had, suicidal tendency. Thinking the child is so strong, the parents are so good, nothing is happening, small thing. Then when I sat and asked, and the child was just 9 years old.
Okay.
So that was the alarming thing for me to say, a 9-year-old child talking about death. It was something. Then I
Without
sat with the
any
mother and
reason.
I said, yes. So then I spoke to the mother and I asked, what was how was your pregnancy?
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, very difficult, did you had suicidal tendency? Ma'am, how did you know? I said, I don't know, I'm just guessing. No, no, madam, you told her exactly. So how did you know it was that? I said, I didn't know what to tell. I didn't want it, the child is having, I didn't want it to correlate it in that way. No, I thought that because of all these things, pregnant, the normal thing like that. Then later on, explaining him everything, then I had to convey a message Whatever, when the child was inside the womb, whatever you were trying to do, the same thing is coming out.
Okay.
And later on, I told how she has to behave with the child, and how she has to approach the child, how she has to hold the child, how she has to pamper the child, and how she had to correct the child.
Yeah.
I don't think so many counselors are there, who will have so much of time to do all those things. I'm jobless. I'm ready to do this.
Like ma'am said, the hug, I think according to this science and research, a child has to be hugged at least 8 to 12 times a day, 20-second hugs for their mental stability.
Yes,
So therefore, but both the both the parents are working, both the genders are working, they have no time for this. They are not even concerned of all these factors, and they don't know that these things matter a lot to the kids. And also about their sleeping postures, and about their patience level, and also what they are watching. All these factors have to be observed. So when they are too busy, how can they tackle this?
yes. Uh, to all the parents where both the parents
And
are
also, ma'am, I
working.
wanted to add one more thing. This because this is important. The time they spend in the washroom, even this I have seen from your talk. Like the time they spend in the washroom, no parents will even think about it, or they will not take these things seriously. So I wanted to add this point as well. So how can we
Yes.
tackle this?
Okay. See, now I will first of all I'll tell we are talking about the quantity time and the quality time. We don't have the quantity, we only have the quality. Okay, the two cues. Understand? Parents who are working, parents have no time for them.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I will not say that parents have no time, because what a parent has to understand, either of the parent, whether it is the mother or the father, they have to see that the time where the child is in the school, let one of the parent be at work. The moment the child comes back, before 5 minutes, the mother or the father has to come back. You have to see which parent has more responsibility towards the work. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment they come, what they have to do is, first of all, do this. Did you do that? I told you to do this. No question. The first thing, how was your day? My day was quite tiring. I have only the quality, not the quantity. When I have the quantity, I told you to do that. Why didn't you do that? You can do that. But here, because of the quality, your verbal expression, your verbal exchange should be, that also should have the quality. Okay. Then you have to tell, when the mother is in the kitchen, whether it is a boy or a girl, please help them in the kitchen. Then you have to see how he is doing things, how she is doing things, how she is helping, willing to help or not willing to help. This is the way you have to observe the child. Not that the child is sitting in one place and you just keep looking. What is it what you're doing? Why are you sitting there? Why are you standing there? No questions again. Okay. You have to observe, how did he do, and your eye should be here, but at one glance come back, one glance come back, one glance come back. Okay. This is
Yes.
how you have to observe the child. And the most important thing, where you have to observe the child, how the child is sleeping in deep sleep. Okay. And as soon as he gets into, where he or she gets in on the bed, how they sleep. Is it like this? Is it like this? Is it like this? Or is it the upside down? That is very important. Regarding this, I will not tell in detail, because this itself will take a long time. We will have another episode for that. Okay.
Okay.
The sleep, that you have to observe how it is. When I will just tell you a few things. If it is this, the child has absolutely no fear. If it is this, the child is very silent and sober. And if the child is upside down, trying to hide something, and if child is just squeezing himself, fear is there. Okay. One leg up and one leg down, it is pain. And he's putting his bedsheet up and only the toes emotionally low. Okay, these are the few things what you have to understand about the sleep. Then as soon as they get up, what is the time spent in the toilet, every parent has to have that very close observation, very close observation. The moment my child enters the, what's the time? 5 minutes? Where is it? I just have to tell you, no, Geeta, can you please come out? Not a but, don't go. Suddenly the child will be scared when the child is inside because you don't know what the child is doing inside.
Yes, exactly.
Why it is taking time? It is doing something else.
Yes.
Okay. Besides this and this, it is doing something else. Maybe the child is observing his body, her body. Maybe the child is observing, am I getting the mustache? Am I getting the thing? Am I doing this? There are so many things. So the moment, but, when you do that, the child is scared.
Yes.
That is where the child impulsion starts. OCD is still not there.
Okay.
The impulsive behavior starts for the child. So when the child is more inside the toilet, spending more time, the only thing what you have to do is with a very small knock. Can you come out? Can you just come out? What are you doing? How long it is? That very soft word. Ah, no. Just what are you doing? Ah, what are you doing? No. Okay. This is what you have to understand. Your voice should be like this. Your voice shouldn't be like this. You may think that the child is very scared and it came out. No, 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 no. The child, what is left, it has carried out and it has come. The whole day the child will be in the same thing. So you
Yeah.
have to see, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. That institute say, why do you spend so much of time in the toilet? And then you have to narrate a story. You have to be excellent storytellers. You have to. When I was young, I also used to spend too much of time, looking at myself, how beautiful I was looking, how it is, how my body was changing. Is it something related to that? Hey, I'm there. I'll tell you. My days, nobody was there, but here I am there for you. You have to have that quality. If the quality is not there, quantity comes up.
Yeah.
So that is
And
more important. The sleep, the diet, and the toilet behavior.
okay.
These are the three things for any parent to observe. Please
Okay.
don't wait for the results from the teacher. That was just few
Okay.
marks, few numbers,
Yes.
but that is not the personality.
Yes.
You have to deal with the personality. The teacher is only with the number. 8 grade, 9 grade, 10 grade, 10. That makes no difference.
And also, ma'am, during this growing and developing time, the children is confused. And is it okay for a parent to talk to them openly regarding their personal issues,
Of
regarding
course, at
and
least for
also
the children who are born,
okay,
born after 2000, you
yes,
have to sit and talk. Sit
mhm,
and talk about their upcoming, about their living, about their environment, about their socialism, about their physical appearance, about
yes,
sex, about the age, relations of sex,
mhm. But mostly
relations
parents
of
will
sex.
not open up and talk all this. Therefore, mostly,
Yeah.
but there are
If the
parents who are
parents
talking
feel,
this.
yeah, if the parents feel they're not, I also have doctors, police officers. When I just speak about, you speak to your child about masturbation. What nonsense you're talking? This is the responsibility. So it is not about if you're not able to talk, please seek a professional help before they seek their own help. Before they seek they are going, they should have an help. There should be an output. Okay, when I drink 10 glasses of water, there should be an output in the
Yeah.
form of urination. If it is not, I will not even be able to move, walk, run, do anything. Right?
Yes.
There should be an output. When there is something in my child's thing, I have to either talk or either I have to think. Why do you say that? We parents will not talk. When I have a headache, what do? I go to a doctor. When I have stomach pain, what do? I go to a doctor. If you are not able to do, please seek professional help before it is too late.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, ma'am, recently in the modern society, couples get married, and what they think is that why should I take an effort to nurture a kid? Why
Yes.
should I have kids, or why should we have kids? We can earn and enjoy. So, why to waste our time and effort? So, what is your advice on that?
Selfishness is the first thing why they have that thought. And most of the children today, marriage is nothing but another trouble.
Not all, but a minority.
I think a majority.
Okay.
In the recent times of 2020 ke baad, after 2020, most of the youngsters say living relationship is better than getting married and having. What is living relationship? No commitment. You live, you live. You don't live, don't live. What is marriage?
There is a
Whatever
commitment,
happens in marriage, the same thing happens in a living relationship. See, what is the end result? Why am I having a living relationship? For my body satisfaction? What do I when I get married? What is it? It is the same. It is the any such kind of relationship. The end result is sexual relationship. Okay. In living relationship, not necessarily I should give birth to your child. I can stay
yeah,
as long as everything, then I can walk out.
yeah.
If our parents thought, if our parents thought that, where the world would have ended. If
Yes, exactly.
we thought where it would have been ended. See, my only advice to such young generation is that they should know what is accountability, what is answerability, accountability, answerability, responsibility. So, if you understand these three things, life is otherwise also a risk. Life is otherwise also you get committed or you don't committed. Risk is risk. What is the end risk? Death. We all have to die. But before I die, is there any kind of reproductive system what I have done? Is it, see, marriage is nothing but a reproduction.
Yes.
A reproduction it is. It is the same thing. If plants, if the tree says, no, 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 we are not going to reproduce, what will be the end of this world?
Ecosystem, yes.
Right? So
Yes.
we have to learn this from the nature. We have to learn this from the animals. We have to learn because human beings have forgotten themselves. We have
Yeah.
become so selfish.
Selfish, yes.
We have become so selfish. Why we are not willing to have a child? The pain. Why we are not willing to take up a relationship as husband and wife? Because I don't want to be committed. I don't want to be under him or her.
Yes.
No, whatever you do, my dear youngsters, the life which was there thousands of years, you just can't change it. No, no, I'm interested. I'm a girl. I'm interested in a girl, so I'll have a relationship with him. No, it will not. Anyhow, you say 2 plus 2 is 4, 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 0 is 4. The answer is 4. The numbers, whatever it is, the answer is same. Even today, we can't have a child out of the wedlock. It was carried from the. We are modern. Why don't we? Yeah, we are modern. Why those days, my great grandmother, she had no to carry a baby in her room for 9 months. Now, modern times will make it 3 months. Can we give birth? No, certain terms and conditions are there which cannot change the environment, which cannot change because I am rich, because I am highly educated. I can't change. I have to adapt that.
Yes.
So that is very important. By you saying not having, it is not going to happen. At least with this message, I think many of them can open up and say, yes,
Yes.
after me there should be someone else to say that yes, I belong to her.
Yes, exactly. There will be there, ma'am. And also, I think it's time to end the conversation. And I do have a lot of questions, but there are time constraints. So it was very informative, and it is definitely an eye opener for the upcoming parents who is going to get married. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your precious time.
Thank you, Sarah, for all your questions. Thank you.
Yeah.